Hey buddy, Crow back again with another Pinball FX3 table. This time we're going to start looking at Williams Pinball Pack number 2, which contains Black Rose, Attack from Mars, and Party Zone. In this video, we're going to start out with Black Rose. So, how I wound up doing these videos before is that I had this little introduction. We're gonna switch over to some gameplay in the arcade mode, which is the kind of more realistic physics mode, but I'll have some voiceover kind of talking about the table a little bit, and then we're gonna switch to some comparisons between the modes and even Pinball Arcade, because this table was in Pinball Arcade. And then we'll probably have my best game during the stream, but in enhanced mode. It will be enhanced mode with the regular classic, because I'm going to probably be going for the achievement, and it's kind of the easiest way to do it. Now, I know some people had actually criticized me, like, hey, what are you playing that mode for? But you know what? It's the easiest way to show everything. I do like the arcade mode better, but again, it's just kind of a level of difficulty thing. So we're going to switch over to some gameplay of the arcade mode in classic single player. Alright, so here we are looking at some Black Rose gameplay in the arcade mode under the single player classic section. I guess that's what it's called. Maybe I'm got those words wrong, but anyway, before I continue, I need to say that I did get this table pack for free from Zen Studios. They did give me the code for that, so there's that. But anyway, here is Black Rose. Created by Bally in 1992, designed specifically by John Trudeau and Brian Eady. This is a pirate-themed table where the ultimate goal is to sink the opposing ships. But there's plenty of other pirate-themed targets on the table, like the Pirate's Cove, Davy Jones's Locker, gunpowder targets, and the Whirlpool Ramp. It does have a third upper flipper where it kind of, when you hit that, it does kind of loop around until the Davy Jones Locker Cove kind of pops open. And when you hit that, it does load the cannon, which has got to be the highlight feature of this table. It's the cannon that's located right in the center near the flippers. And when you do hit that cove, it loads the cannon and it kind of rotates back and forth. And you have to hit the fire button dead on to shoot the ship that's in the back. You have to be dead on, straight on, otherwise you'll miss. But it's quite an interesting feature. It's hard to do at first, but once you get in the rhythm of it, you can kind of do it pretty often. But once you hit that ship, what's also cool is that the opposing ship fires back at you, and the ball follows the trail right back down to the gap between the flippers, only to be diverted to the right flipper when it reaches the end at the last minute. It's really cool. Those are the two coolest things about this table, is that cannon and the fact that the opposing ship will fire right back down at you. But I also need to mention that there are 3 video modes on this table, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of overkill, especially since the early days of video mode. I did hear that this was the first table with video modes, but I don't think that's true. I think Terminator 2 came out before this one, and I think that table was the first one that has video modes. But this one is just jammed 3 of them in there. There's one where you walk the plank, and basically you walk the plank, you jump in the water, you have to outswim the shark just by mashing the button. And then there's another one where you throw a knife at the target. You have to time that at the right time to hit the target. And then finally there's one where you swing on a rope and try and land on the other ship on the opposite side. Again, just button timing. They're all pretty quick for the most part. The swimming from the shark one takes the longest, but none of them are super long. They're all super simple. And then finally, there is multi-ball on this table, where you lock a ball, it starts 2-ball multi-ball, and then when you lock those 2 balls, you get a third ball for 3-ball multi-ball. Anyway, that's all I really want to say about this table. It is a fun table. It's not one of my favorites. It's fun here and there. It's not a table I hate, but it's not one I really, really like either. But I did have a good time playing this again. What we're going to skip to now is some side-by-side comparisons between the different modes, and even a comparison what this looked like in Pinball Arcade. All right, so here we are looking at the Zen Physics mode on the left with the arcade setting on the right. That is the single player versus the single player classic mode. The Zen Physics are a lot easier to deal with. The ball's a little bit slower, I feel, whereas in the arcade mode, it's a little bit more realistic. The ball jumps around a lot faster. I would prefer to actually play as the arcade setting, but the reason you would want to stick with the Zen Physics for a while is because that's the way to earn points. If you're going to do the challenges, you've got to do it in the Zen Physics. Now, we've already switched over here looking at the Zen Physics versus the tournament setting. Again, that's single classic player. I can never remember the exact order of those words, but the tournament setting, it's the same physics as the arcade setting. It's just that certain elements had been adjusted, like the tilt of the playfield is greater, making the ball a little bit faster. Some posts and stuff may be adjusted. It's more of a tournament, like if you were going to play this game in a tournament, like extra balls are gone, that kind of deal. Now we've already swapped. Now we could look and compare the arcade setting versus the tournament setting in single classic player. Or single player classic. I cannot. Classic single player. Maybe that's what it is. But again, you can see that the ball's a little bit faster in the tournament setting. Again, some options may have been tweaked if you were going to play this in a tournament setting. It's very fun. It's very difficult. I personally, my favorite mode is the arcade setting. But now we're going to go back and look at the Zen Physics. We're going to compare the regular mode versus the enhanced mode. You can see that Black Rose is actually on the table. They actually put little lightning bolts on the lightning flippers. So some alternate color changes. We just saw the cannon fire. There's a puff of smoke there. There's water when you go around the whirlpool, little touches like that. But one of the coolest things is in the back. It took me a while to notice this, but the little people in the ship, way in the back, the shadows, they're animated in the enhanced mode. And I think that's like one of the coolest things when I noticed it. But now we're comparing Pinball FX3 to Pinball Arcade. This is what, I did this recently too, capture the footage from Pinball Arcade because I do have those tables. So you can see minor changes visually, and just visually minor differences. But really, like going back and playing this in Pinball Arcade, the ball moves slow as molasses, and we're comparing it to the actual kind of more realistic physics in the arcade setting. And right now we're switching to the tournament setting here, so the ball's a lot faster. You can see and compare that, but the ball just like it sticks and moves as slow as molasses when you're going back to Pinball Arcade. So yeah, it's like it's so hard to go back. You see the ball just kind of float there for a while when it was coming back down to right up in the Pinball Arcade mode. So it's going to be really hard to go play this in Pinball Arcade again. I probably won't want to. But now, here's the best game I had during the stream. All right.
I'm Black Rose, queen of the high seas.
And a skill shot. That's a good way to start. Walk the plank, button masher.
The whim ya build rat.
Extra ball. Woo. Wow. That was quite a miss there. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Loaded cannon. And a miss. Wait a minute. Did it count as a hit? I think it did. It's kind of weird. Working on it. Even though I don't deserve it, I don't think. Oh, there it goes. No, I'm not using the challenge upgrades right now. Primarily because I just want this to be a video on YouTube. But I do have I do have them all. I'm just not using any of them. There we go.
Look smart with those cannons, boys.
Got it. Video mode, okay. Knife throw. Let's see if we can get this one again. Oh, whoa. I've never thrown it over there. Okay, let's see if we can do this one. Press fire to land on ship, okay. Oh, got it that time. Okay, cool. You can't do it at the very end because that's too late. You have to know the right timing. Alright, we got 2 letters to go. Got the lock. 2-ball, multi-ball. Alright, that's exactly what I wanted, and boom! Does that count for 2-ball, 3-ball, multi-ball now, I think? Yep! That's what we needed to do. That's dumb. Now we're back down to 1 ball. Bing! 20 million! I knew that was off. Shot missed. I think this is for the achievement, actually. Ramp's worth millions, okay. I just noticed in the background, the people on the ship are animated. Okay, well, if it's in there, that's good.
Now send them to Davy Jones.
That was way off again. I'm doing terrible at this.
Prepare to return fire.
Come on.
Here she comes.
Come on. Now that I have this one last thing to do. I'm not getting it. Come on, there we go. Come on, let's get it this time.
Send them to Davy Jones.
That's it! That's the achievement! That's what I was going for.
Beautiful.
Probably not going to be my best game, but it might be the one I wind up showing in the video anyway. There we go.
Here's our chance.
Off.
One letter. Me lockers.
Oh, that was weird. Whirlpool. Now. fall. Well, if we just do max, we're gonna have a chance to do the cannon right now.
Over God, men.
There it is. Oh, it's not gonna do that thing again? Okay. You sure? No. Well, it doesn't matter. And boom. Okay, good. Whoa! And boom, right exit. Hey there, man's pinball. I think that's gonna be it for Black Rose. It's not the best score I've had, but I got the achievement, and that's all that really matters. Well, to me right now. 10. High score number 4. Haha, yeah, it was pretty funny. Let's see, can we get a free game? Nope. Game over. And that's Black Rose from Williams Pack number 2 in Pinball FX3. I know I said that was going to be the best game I had during the stream, but I don't think that was exactly true. I kind of fumbled my way through a lot in that game. Some other games I had were a little bit more impressive, but that was the one I got the achievement in, and that's what I was really going for before I stopped and moved on. So that's what wound up in this video. And that was the single classic mode using the Zen physics. I know some people would be like, well, why didn't you play it using arcade physics? But it's just a little bit easier to play and get a lot of stuff. Now, normally if I go back, I would play the arcade physics, but I just wanted to get all the different modes in this video. And in order to get the achievement, sometimes it's easier just to do it an easier way, I guess. So, and also just for the sake of consistency with the other videos, I'll just wind up doing the single player classic with the enhancements on. Now, most of the time I find myself playing with the enhancements off, but the enhancements are pretty cool. They don't really affect most of the things. When we get to the party zone, that does kind of affect some stuff. Sometimes they block the view. In this case, it really doesn't block anything. I think it's pretty cool. But in party zone, we'll just leave that for when we get to party zone. But yeah, let's just end the video here. And if you've liked this video, made it this far, go ahead and make sure you do like the video. And if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do subscribe, because I do have a lot of videos just like this up on my channel and more to come. Pinball FX3, Pinball Arcade, and Areade Pinball. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.